Yay! Character creation. I love this so much. Let's find a decent preset to use. Which is always a good thing to find something that has the right sort of initial look to it, at least. That is a lot of makeup considering she's very green around the eyes. Wow. Let's see. I think I'll go for that preset actually. Just to check it out. This might actually take a while for me because I'm very picky. And I may just put it into its own video. You'll notice when you watch it. See if it actually is in its own video or not. Let's see. Bit of a sunburn. That's always nice. I'm actually going to see if I can change the hair first, because I do want to see more of the face. Let's check it out, what we have here. The hairstyles so far are very reminiscent of Origins. And oh, I remember all the forum threads going on about how bad BioWare is at rendering hair. And well, it's not the most fantastic hair around. I still think it's pretty decent. I've seen worse. And they do generally have quite a few options, which I like. So yeah. I haven't really spotted any hairstyle that I like so far though. That's a bit too reminiscent of my Warden. Oh, that's exactly my Warden. That's not good. This is Hawk, not a Warden. Let's see. Then again, my Warden was a city elf, so she had pointy ears and everything, but still. Can't have the same hairstyle. That would be... Those bangs are pretty ridiculous, otherwise this would have been fairly decent. There's a lot of hair, but as I said, nothing really stands out as interesting yet. That's very tomboyish. I like that though, that's very... sorry about stupid Skype, I should just turn that one off. Actually, I'm going to just turn off Skype, I'll be right back. There we go, Skype is gone. Now we should be uninterrupted. I think is a word anyway. Oh, missed one. Let's see. That one's almost nice. Not quite. Actually, I think I'm going to go with this one. It's simple and it works. It looks like something a rogue actually could put her hair up in. I'm gonna leave color and similar for when I know more about the rest of the look. I really don't like blushes. I think I may just... That's slightly better though, it's not as intrusive. Actually, I can just remove intensity. Oh, that's good. That's much better. Oh! Wow. Radical colors. This is awesome. I could recreate my shepherd probably. That would be weird though. I'll just try not to. Actually, if I could low on intensity. I could probably get better. I'll just remove it. I can't see myself playing a character with that much makeup in a fantasy setting. With my shepherd, I felt that. Yeah, alright. Some kind of makeup is alright, and I think even she has black lipstick. I know one of my shepherds did at least, and yeah, it's alright, but in a fantasy setting like this, not really. Not really at all. Eyeshadow, possibly, because they could produce that kind of thing, but not really lipstick. I can't really see my hawk having lipstick. And eyeshadow may drive me nuts at some point as well in the game, but that's not too bad though. That looks almost natural. Can have tattoos. Let's see if there are any good ones. I'm generally a fan of, say, tattoos and scars and that kind of thing, because I like how those things can define a character. But I'm very picky with the specifics. So I just think I'm gonna leave tattoos off for now. That it didn't look very good. I didn't like either of them. I think that skin tone and such looks alright. Let's check the rest of the hair. Let's check out the hair colors. The glow in that one was really weird. It was a fairly nice undercolor, but the highlights looked terrible in it. Let's see. I've always been a sucker for red hair and redheads in general, but I think I'm going to go for something a bit different. I usually don't go for blondes either for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but they just don't appeal to me. So I'm probably either going to be this blackish or the regular brown hair. I think I'll just go with regular brown because I like this color. Let's check out the eyebrows. The eyebrow color doesn't match. There we go. That looks more natural. Let's see what kind of eyebrows we have. It's kind of hard to decide on eyebrows before you have the rest of the facial structure, really. I like that there are some bigger eyebrows as well. Not everyone is like awesomely feminine. I like those ones, actually. That's also a thing. I don't like to make my characters necessarily pretty girls. I like to have some kind of distinguishing feature. You'll notice, especially when I come to the nose, I'm very picky about noses. But you'll see what I mean in a bit. Let's pick an eye shape that looks alright. She looked big-eyed and want something that looks sort of happy-go-lucky. I think that those are the pretty big eyes, though. Then again, she does look kind of youthful. Let's see. Can just lower that a bit. Let's see. Is it not a more youthful look? Let's go for that. Let's check out what eye colors we have. That's intense green. Those look pretty alright as well. Quite light brown-ish. I thought we had brown over here, but oh, they're slightly more, they're slightly darker. I think I like the slightly darker ones. Makes it look slightly more intelligent, not quite as young. Alright, I need to do this. I think that wasn't a whole lot of difference. To be honest, it's not really. Let's see. It's sort of a gentle smirkiness to those eyebrows. Should be alright. And the nose! Let's see. Because this is where I feel that most generators fail for females. Because they have these cute little noses and yeah, pretty much the same kind of choices as always. Let's see if I can shake this up a bit. Because this is something that I really like to make a distinguishing, sort of a landmark to the face. I love these sort of big noses that really define a face, really shape it. Like the old Roman nose, for example. The big hook nose. Or hawk nose, I think it's called. Let's see. Sort of like that. I really like that. I really like those kind of profiles. And, oh, width. I can actually change the width up there. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, as I said, I don't necessarily like to make them very pretty. I like to make them a character. I really like to give them personality just by sculpting the face, so to speak. And yeah, I really like that. Let's say that's a pretty good one, I think. Let's check. Don't really need to. Sort of a narrow mouth. Let's go for something like that. I kind of like that profile. Let's see. Oh, right, depth. Let's see here. And let's check the width. Somewhat like that. That's a nice silhouette, I think. Don't want to make her extremely gaunt, but I don't want to make her too round either. I think that's a fairly good one. Let's see, cheekbone height. Cheekbones should be somewhere around there, I think would be good. Let's give her a bit of chin as well. Don't need to protrude that much though. Somewhere along those lines, I think. There somewhere, I think, would be good. Possibly. Let's check the jaw. Let's give her a bit of a jaw. She's not a pretty lady after all. And we need to make do something about that neck, because it's, you can't really make it. That's a really thin neck. That's gonna bother me. Let's see. It should be... Could you just look straight forward, please? Somewhere around there, I think. Looks good. Let's make them bigger. Let's move them down a little bit. Slightly up. Somewhere around there, I think. I would want to give her a bit more. She's a bit bland at the moment, which is a bit sad. I do want to make her stand out a bit more, but I'm not quite sure what else I can do. Let's see. I don't want it to be really pale either. She shouldn't look like she's been indoors her whole life. That's just gonna look ridiculous. If I pull up intensity a bit, see if there's any other color that looks somewhat alright. Pull down intensity on that one, perhaps. Let's see. No, it's just gonna look silly. This is gonna look terribly silly. Nah, forget that. Check out if I can do anything with the eyeshadow without looking too... looking like it's too much. And yeah, as I said, folks, sorry for taking time on this, but I am really picky. So that's something I've gotten from Mass Effect a lot, because I have made a character and then it's looked like shite in the cutscenes, just because the lighting is different. So I want to make it sort of... I want to make sure it looks alright, and that it can possibly look alright in all kinds of lighting. And yeah, let's see, is there any other... I sort of wish there would have been more tattoos, or possibly scars, because that would have been more interesting. Let's check it out if we can tone it down, if it looks any better. I don't really think so. I can't really use this one, because then it would be my warden all over again, because she had the exact same one. So I'm not too fond of that one. No. Let's just go with this. I don't think there's anything else I can really do with her. Let's go, just quickly go through this again. That could be an interesting hairstyle, but I'm not quite sure how I like that. And that looks like Liliana. That's not good either. That might possibly be better though, because it's a shorter ponytail. I don't think, as a rogue, I don't think you would keep long hair. Then again, Severin did, but he's special. Let's see. And as I said, this could be fine if they just got rid of this part of the bang, just left it as a parted in the middle. That would have looked alright, but this, no. It's a pretty hairstyle, but it's not useful in the least, and this one looks alright as well, but as I said, I don't think a rogue would run around with it. I don't feel. Had I gone for a mage, then possibly. It's this one or the shorter one. I think I'm gonna go for the shorter one, actually. That one. Because that's the other thing, really, that I want the character to look like she could actually up and fight with her hairstyle. I don't pick, say, a long hairstyle for, say, a warrior or a rogue. I'd say a mage could possibly pull it off because they can stand at a distance and just toss stuff around, but for someone into the fray, then it's just stupid to have long hair. Well, you can have long hair, but you have to put it up in some sort of way. Again, I'm drawing parallels to Mass Effect and my shepherds. All of them, none of them has long hair. I've seen a lot of people use the default shepherd, and just no. It's like I don't really. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and do stuff at the same time. It's just not working. They do say us females are good at multitasking. I'm not sure I agree on my own behalf, but that's fine. And yeah, none of my shepherds have long hair because she's supposed to be a military woman, and I can't for the life of me see a military woman running around with the hair out and flowing all over the place. It's just no. But that's just me. There are tons of other people running around with their hair flowing, I'm sure. And then there's the hard part. There's always the hard part. I need a name. This is the bad part about going on the fly with these things, because I am incredibly picky with everything, including the name. So I really need something that sounds good, and not having thought about one beforehand kind of makes it a bit hard. So I'm sorry that I'm slowing you down, and do feel free to skip this if you feel like it, because it's not important. It really isn't for anyone else than me. So let's see what we should name her. What does she look like? She looks like who could she be? She could be I'm only coming up with ridiculously normal names. I do want something a bit special, but not too special. And I'm thinking that her sister's name, I know, is Bethany. So something that could relate to that could be interesting. Let's see. Or we go with something entirely different. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go with something that I always default to when things doesn't work out. Let's see. It's import, and we need Ardeth should be the one, and let's see, that one should be, let's see here. Connor was freed from the demon. The mages were recruited into the army. The Dalish elves were recruited into the army. Harrowmont rules Orzammar. The Anvil of the Void was destroyed. Loghain was killed. Alistar is the king of Ferelden. And Alistar performed the dark ritual with Morgan. Silly Ardeth. Took some persuading to do that. The warden killed the archdemon. Amaranthine was saved from the Darkspawn assault. The architect is alive. Actually let him live to do whatever he was doing down there. Warden's Keep was reclaimed. Shale was discovered. King Kaelin's corpse was burned, and the warden let Morgan travel through the Alluvion. So that sounds like my character. Awesome. Sweet. Let's get going! Oh, nice. Difficulty. How many do we have? I think I'm just going to go for normal because at the end towards Origins I was so sick and tired of the combat that I actually went to easy. So let's try this on normal first. Not going to go for hard.
The Blight had been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Kaelin died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general. Unopposed,